Hey, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for joining me for another video. Now, what if I told you the best Vans skate shoes are actually for BMX? So that's a pretty intriguing statement, right? And maybe pretty bold one to make. But I think it's actually the case for me. I've bought and I own a lot of different pairs of Vans skate shoes. And while most of them have that kind of classic Vans construction, the vulcanized waffle sole and a canvas or suede upper, the nuances of the particular shoe models can vary quite a bit and therefore give you very different results and performance. Now, I've always been a bit of a fan of high top shoes, mainly for the protection that they give you in your ankles. So with Vans shoes, I've always gravitated towards perhaps things like half cabs or the skate high classics. And this particular pair I want to talk about today are skate high classics. However, they are made for BMX. They're actually a limited edition, I think a collaboration, and they're called the Skate High Demolition, and I've got them right here. This is actually a brand new pair. So as you can see, classic kind of skate high looks, but the main difference is that they are made for BMX. So they have what's called a waffle cup BMX sole. And this is the main difference really between the normal skate shoe. So it's got waffle cup written there. But if you look at the bottom, they don't have that classic kind of amber looking waffle sole. It's a cup sole with the classic Vans kind of hex waffle tread pattern, but interspersed with some different kind of tread pattern there. And it's actually a cup sole with the kind of foxing that's taping around the outside to make it look like the Vans Classic. So it does look just like the Vans Classic. But the major feature for me that attracted me to them, and the reason I bought them, was this toe cap right here. So if you know me well, or you've followed my channel for a while, you know that I skate transition mostly, and I do an awful lot of knee slides. Knee sliding to bail out of tricks rather than to run out of them, and that's especially important on bigger transitions, so things like vert ramps or big concrete bowls. Running out of tricks at great height can really put some damage on your knee joints, your ankle joints, and the soles of your feet. And I got a lot of heel bruises from trying to jump out or run out of things. So really my go-to thing is to knee slide. When you knee slide, and I've mentioned this before in other videos about shoes, when you knee slide, you burn out the toe caps of your shoes really easily, because when you are bent down with your knees bent, your feet enter that position there and you slide along with your toes dragging behind you. So the toes burn out really fast. Now, you may be asking, like, how do I know these shoes are any good when they're brand new? They're right here, brand new. Well, actually, this is the second pair that I have, and I have been skating these for quite some time. So I'll get you the worn ones to show you now, and these are the ones that I have worn. So you'll see these black bits here. That's actually some kind of glue adhesive stuff that I stuck on over the toes to try and protect them a bit longer, because I started to burn these toes right out, as you would expect. So I'll try and give you a close-up of how burnt out these toes actually are. So you see the bottom, they're almost gone through now. They're super thin there. But you know, that kind of classic waffle sole is remained mainly intact, but it's almost through there on the toes. But the thing I want you to pay most attention to, if you look at the front of the toe cap, kind of here, this is actually the suede of the upper completely exposed, and that's what's remaining of the actual toe rim there. So yeah, they're properly burned out, and I'll do some more close-up shots to you know, give you a good view of it, because the camera focus might not be great. But suffice to say, these are really burned out on the front. But the construction of them, aside from that kind of waffle cup construction there, These were designed for BMX, and this little piece here, it's a kind of rubber add-on there. I think that's specifically for BMX. I don't know whether that's a contact point on pedals that you know, can be a real troublesome point. So it's got this kind of extra rubber bit in there, and if you look on the back, you can see that it says Demolition, which is the I think it's a BMX company that the collaboration is with. The shoes themselves, the uppers, it's kind of suede here and then canvas here. So this side of it is all canvas, but they're actually way more padded around the ankle collar here than any of the sort of regular skate highs that I've seen before. Usually they're just quite thin fabric, but these are actually quite padded, which again is, you know, that appealed to me more than anything else, being padded. So you know, that's the general construction of them, and the fact that they were sold and marketed as BMX shoes. But for me, they are actually the best shoes for skating that I've come across that Vans make. They have the Pop Cush insoles. They're kind of Demolition branded as well, but that kind of purple Pop Cush insole for the protection. I actually swapped them out for my Footprint Elite insoles because I like them a bit better than the Pop Cush. They're not massively different, they're just a little bit better with impact. And with the Footprint insoles, they get a bit more squishy as your feet warm up, so they feel a little bit better to me anyway. So I didn't actually wear these Pop Cush insoles for very long before swapping them out for my Footprint insoles. Needless to say, the Footprint insoles fit perfectly in here because they're the same kind of thing. So yeah, that's the worn ones, and incredibly worn as they are. So yeah, I like them so much I did actually buy a second pair because they're limited edition. I was kind of concerned that maybe I wasn't going to be able to get hold of a second pair if I liked them that much. I didn't actually show you, they've got some Demolition logo around here as well, and you can see that BMX waffle cup written there. And they've also got Dura Cap, it says it around here, the kind of Dura Cap extra thickness around here, but as you'll see from the worn ones, I burned through them. So in general, it's a bit of a gripe of mine that Vans don't make more shoes with these toe caps, or with any kind of toe cap. Transition skaters need good toe caps. And the only other model that I've seen these on, and which I saw them on originally, these toe caps, are called the 112, and they're actually a mid, they do a mid and a low, which I've had before. I've had the 112, so I knew these toe caps were quite nice and good for me. Now in use, the soles feel plenty flexible enough. I couldn't actually tell the difference between these and the regular Vans waffle sole, in the sense of like being any easier or less easy, sort of broken in. They feel kind of the same to me. They feel like they could be vulcanized. And you often hear people talking about kind of board feel and things like that. That's never actually an issue for me. I can skate in quite thick shoes, and board feel just isn't a factor. That's probably because I don't do anything but skate transition. So I know street skaters like to feel the edge of their board with their feet or whatever. I never really had a problem not feeling my board, but maybe that's more of a thing for street skaters. But they've worked very well for me. They've lasted very well. I think I must have been skating them for pretty much a year. So, you know, they last well. Now, again, maybe if you're street skating, you'll burn through shoes a lot quicker than I do. But for me, you know, an expensive pair of shoes. So these in the UK, I think were, I don't know, £80. Don't know what that is in your currency, but you can do a quick conversion if you want to. But that's fairly expensive for a pair of shoes that you're going to just burn through. And so for me, if I'm going to spend that sort of money on a pair of shoes, they need to last a long time. So anyway, as you can see, the parts that are burning out are the rubber, you know, the rubber on the bottom, the toe caps, the actual suede, and the construction of it all is still very, very good, and they will go a lot longer. Now, I could continue to skate these until they actually start talking. It won't be far off, and I might do that. But I've got another pair just here ready for when these are totally gone. So I think that's all there is to say, really. That's the Vans Skate High Pro Demolition model. Although they're called Skate High Pro, they are for BMX. So I hope you found the video interesting to know what shoes that I'm skating. Tell me what shoes you're skating and why you've chosen those particular ones. Maybe you got a pair of shoes that you just have to always buy the same ones and you never change for a particular reason. So let me know in the comments below. And as ever, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, subscribe if you want to see more from me, and I hope to see you again soon. Thank you very much for watching. Take care.